The top recruit for the class of 2022, one of the biggest high school sensations in recent history. Emoni Bates is on his way to Michigan State after committing earlier this week. And just by clicking on this video, you're probably aware of this. But what if I told you he would not actually play a single game for the Spartans and Tom Izzo? Now that's kind of a hot take. If you're a Michigan fan, you're probably mad. I'd be mad too.
I would be mad too.
So yeah, in this video, I will be explaining why I think this is and how elite I even think Emoni will be in general. But before I do, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to do a little something with this channel. I appreciate it. Like this video when you enjoy. And yeah, now, in the off chance that you clicked on this video not knowing much about Emoni besides the fact that he recently committed to Michigan State, let me give you a quick rundown. He is a 6'9" small forward who is an upcoming junior in high school. He's able to score the ball like it's nothing, so much so that there's an ongoing popular comparison between him and KD, just off the fact that they are built the same, and because Emoni's methods of scoring resemble KD. Also, in his most recent season as a high school player, he averaged 33 points per game, 9.1 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and 2.3 steals, earning him the 2019-2020 Gatorade National Boys Basketball Player of the Year. So he's the real deal. If you're an avid Hoops fan at all, we've been hearing about this kid for, this man now, ever since he was just 12 years old, and he was already 6'5" at the time in 7th grade. Moving on though, his notoriety and ability earned him offers to some big name schools like Duke, Kentucky, but obviously he declined those and has verbally committed to Michigan State. Bringing me to this video because I really don't think he will actually play there. And no, not because I want him to commit to another school. I am a Tar Heels fan and they didn't even give him an offer for whatever reason. But yet instead, I have a few reasons behind my thought process, with the main one being that the NBA's commissioner, Adam Silver, has been pretty open about the close end to the NBA's one and done rule, and the anticipated year that this rule is officially expected to be reformed or eradicated to allow high school players to go straight to the league happens to be 2022, the year Emoni Bates is a senior in high school. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So now, about all jokes aside, if you have already tossed the idea of ending the one and done rule as a hoax and don't think it will actually come to fruition, allow me to change your mind. Adam Silver is already on the record saying that it's just a few years away, and that was back in 2019. Also, Adam Silver's reason for wanting to change the current one and done rule is somewhat morally based, as he's already let it be known that he's not a fan of how much room there is for corruption in the current path to the NBA, especially with the growing animosity towards the NCAA's strict regulations regarding its players. I mean, it's just easy to see why Silver feels the way he does after he previously was in favor of raising the age to enter the NBA to 20 in his earlier years as an NBA commissioner. Over these years, he's just changed his mindset. So yeah, I don't know about y'all, but the way I interpret all of this is that the one and done rule will likely be done by the time Emoni is a senior. I mean, the commissioner himself is motivated. And before I even move on into some of my side reasons, I hope no one thinks that if this rule were to be ended, that Emoni Bates would not be NBA ready. Guys, he's a 6'9", 16-year-old that averaged 33 points per game and led his team to a state championship as a freshman. Like, I'm not saying a lot of people would be able to go straight to the NBA if this policy were to be changed. That'd be ridiculous. It's a drastic change, and the last time the draft even featured high school players was in 2005. But if there was somebody to do it, I see Emoni Bates as the best suit. But anyway, on to some of my side reasons. The NCAA finally just recently entertained the idea of players profiting off their own likeness, after years of backlash over not allowing this, with the policy expected to be implemented in the 2021-2022 school year. But this has not stopped some recent top prospects such as Jalen Green from deciding to go 1 year in the G League and possibly get paid $500K, or even RJ Hampton, who went overseas to the NBL to play for the New Zealand Breakers. Now, I'm not saying Emoni will definitely backtrack his commitment to Michigan State. Matter of fact, that's a lie, I definitely am. But this trend of just straying away from NCAA basketball altogether seems to be becoming a trend, and I simply do not have enough faith in the current NCAA system to think that they will not make enough mistakes to cause Emoni to reconsider his decision. I remember he had said it in his announcement interview Who knows what the future may hold? If I can find the exact clip, I'll put it in here. Now, I know this is a pretty cliche statement, but when you're committing to a school, this sounds like something pretty open-minded to be saying. And although I must say his decision to Michigan State is pretty wholesome, you know, born and raised in Michigan with his eyes set on winning the state college, a national championship en route to being drafted. I mean, it sounds shit out of the movie, even though it's happened before, but I just do not see it happening. This video was not just for clicks. Really, the situation of a new policy or reform policy being finalized by 2022 where NBA scouts can work with top high school prospects. They prepare them for the big leagues just lines up too well for me to dismiss it. Anyway, as I near the end of this video, let me make it clear that whichever choice Emoni makes, I'm sure he will wind up in the league in the draft as a top 5 prospect. Really, probably number 1. I mean, for someone who is 6'9", his handle is just nasty and rare. Haven't seen much like it since KD, or you could even say Brandon Ingram. With no scrub, I'll be seeing some Brandon Ingram disrespect, like he didn't just make his first All-Star appearance in his current suspended NBA season. But yeah, like I was saying, his height, I mean, his shot is exceptional for someone with his height too. The explosive dunks despite his skinny frame, which can be deceiving, and then his mid-range headies. Yo, I could go on and on. He had a game this year where he dropped 63 points and 21 rebounds. Not to mention he seems humble and easy to coach. Like, I really sound like a scout right now, but he doesn't showboat much. He constantly references his gym work in interviews. Literally, if you just take a couple of seconds and look at some of his workouts, his perseverance is just obvious. And bro, I expect some great things from this man. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I'm done praising this man. He's probably going to be the number 1 draft pick by the time he does go to the NBA draft. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. Comment down below what you think Emoni will end up doing, whether it be straight to the league, actually playing for Michigan State, going to the G League, or even going overseas for a year. But that's it for me. Subscribe if you are new. Like this video up. Share it. We grinding. And I'm out.